Hey everyone, this is 918 bringing you some Mushi League playoff action. This is the first match of the quarterfinals between the Tooth Fairies and the Psychic Guardians. Before we begin, I just want to congratulate both teams for making it to the playoffs. I know they both fought real hard and put the effort in, and here they are. Both deserve to be here. I believe both teams this week fielded teams of 7, so it's going to be best of 7, and this is one of the matches. First one played between XRN on the account Go Tooth Fairies and EG Jhonx. That's Jhonx. Jhonx for the Psychic Guardians and XRN for the Tooth Fairies. It's going to be a best of 3. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we have a Zapdos lead for Jhonx and a Suicune lead for XRN. That is immediately going to switch out to a Celebi. That is immediately going to get roared out. So now we have Jirachi on T-Tar. Ooh, and XRN's going to whiff a Psychic on top of that as Tar doubles back out to Zapdos. Jhonx with some good early game scouting and pivoting. Suicune obviously not wanting to deal with Zapdos, gets out of the way and goes to Celebi as Jhonx BPs to Skarm, gets up a layer as Celebi BPs to Starmie. So probably going to see a rapid spin from Starmie here. Nope, full aggro. Thunderbolt coming down on the Blissey. Hydro Pump, ooh, and Ice Beam. Both players probably predicting that neither would stay in, or I don't know, maybe fishing for a freeze. It was kind of funny. Anyway, now Extern's going to switch out to Celebi as Jhonx Soft Boileds. So Extern getting that Celebi in early, and here comes CM. Calm Mind Celebi. I wonder if we're looking at like a Calm Mind pass team here from Extern. That could be quite devastating. Jhonx does have the Phaser and Skarmory, but if this Celebi's got HP Fire, then I don't know how long that's going to last, even though I think Jhonx should be okay, though, because he's got the Roar Zapdos, too. And that's what happens. Skarmory goes for Roar, phases out Celebi, in comes Jirachi. That Calm Minds as T-Tar comes in. And there's Hidden Power Grass. Might be looking at a Super Rachi here from Extern as Jhonx opts to DD and then goes for an EQ as Extern pulls back Jirachi, goes to Salamence. Now pulls that back and goes to Dugtrio on a Rock Slide miss. And Dugtrio is faster and will get the KO. However, that's going to let in either Zapdos or Skarm, and Jhonx opting for Zapdos here. And Dugtrio going to be pulled back. HP Ice from Zapdos going to catch Celebi as it switches in. And now another HP Ice. I'm guessing Celebi is just going to be forced to recover a bit here. Yep. Maybe we'll see a Calm Mind or something to help try to mitigate some of this damage. But Extern for right now is just going to recover all the way back up to 100 as Jhonx pulls back and brings in the Skarmory that is going to Roar and get a little Spikes chip on the Jirachi and Starmie. Starmie, of course, cannot regain that health without some sand removal here, and Jhonx is going to throw out a Toxic. It's going to catch the lead Coon switching in. A lot of pivoting from Extern right here, and I don't think it's getting them very far, as Spike is still there, and now Suicune is Toxic. It is Calm Mind boosting, though. Maybe we're looking at some sort of off Coon, or maybe it has Rest, and Extern just simply does not care. And it is indeed an off Coon, and that's going to do a very underwhelming amount of damage to Blissey. And on top of that, Soft Boil just completely negated it. So now, big crit, but another Soft Boil. So at the end of the day, Blissey's only going to take about 20% or so from that exchange, which very much favors the Blissey. Salamence switching in, going to click Brick Break, but Jhonx pulling back the Blissey, going to Skarmory, which now dies to Fire Blast. We have a Mixments here. Now Zapdos is in on the Mixments. Zapdos is faster, as we can tell by the sand, and Starmie is just going to be sacked. Probably trying to bring in the Celebi. Yep. Cool. So now we got Celebi in on Zapdos. Now we know Zapdos has Roar, and there it is. Now I'm going to try to play around with that Calm Mind, just going to phase it out immediately, and in comes Dugtrio. And it's going to absolutely just wallop Zapdos with a Rock Slide, but it's going to have to die in the process here, sacrifice itself a little bit there. Now in comes Jirachi. Zapdos opting for a BP, and Jirachi just going to click Psychic. All right, pivot out from XRN to Salamence, and Explosion, and goodbye Salamence. Yikes. Oh, and here comes Claydol, the Claydol Pokemon from Jhonx. That's looking pretty threatening here. It can probably explode on the Celebi or chip the Jirachi down with Earthquake. Look pretty dangerous. And Jhonx is very content to just kind of EQ it. Probably try to force XRN to Calm Mind eventually. And oh, could this be a boom? That might be a big baton pass. Nope, another. And catching the baton pass from XRN, Jhonx manages to KO the Celebi with Claydol and recover. And there's the explosion. And Celebi lived. Wow. Let's see if Zapdos can clean it up here. It should be able to. Yep, there it is. And a crit just to add to the fun of it all. And there we go. Jhonx with an early 1-0 lead on XRN. Very nice, very nice. All right, that was a good game. Let's go on to game number 2. Okay, here we go. T-Tar, most common lead in the game. Love to see it. And there's Swampert. A double to Swampert from XRN and a double to Suicune from Jhonx. Jhonx clearly winning this exchange here because Suicune's a wee bit more dangerous versus Pert. Earthquake doing nothing. Jhonx getting a quick roar and brings in Skarmory, which is now going to set up spikes on this Jirachi, which is opting to Fire Punch. And let's see. Jirachi, Jhonx is very content to stay in here, which means he has a spinner, and there it is. Another Claydol. Claydol. Everyone loves Claydol, the Claydol Pokemon. Now Skarmory's going to go for a Tech, spin, so goodbye spikes. And there's a Toxic. Uh-oh, Claydol eating a Toxic. Not really the best, because now Claydol is going to struggle to check this Skarmory and spin repeatedly throughout the game. Ooh, very nice from XRN, getting a layer up with the Skarmory, and then pivoting in the Charizard on the Fire Punch. This thing, Charizard is a threat, and Shiny Charizard, great. Love Shiny Charizard. Going for a Fire Blast on Blissey, getting the burn, too, just to add to it. The Fire Blast didn't do too much, but the burn really sucks. So that's going to really hurt Blissey in the long run. And there's a Beat Up. All right, so we got a Beat Up Charizard here. And that's going to do, well, not very much to Suicune. Suicune is a very bulky boy. Charizard, getting out of the way, respecting the water move here. And in comes Celebi. Celebi, a much better check to Suicune than Charizard. And double out to T-Tar, probably predicting a switch from Jhonx, but this works too, because now Suicune is forced to rest. T-Tar with the DD. Ooh, lead DD-Tar. Very interesting. And Claydol is going to come in here to stop it, and it's going to go for an Earthquake, but that's not going to hit Skarmory because Skarmory can fly. So we're probably going to see more spikes here from XRN, and there it is. Another layer of spikes as Blissey comes in. Now, I can't imagine Blissey being the best Skarmory answer in the whole wide world. Yeah, there's a third layer of spikes. Oh, Aromatherapy, though, from Bliss. So, giving up the spikes now, but Jhonx playing the long game here, getting that Aromatherapy off. Gets Toxic off of Claydol and the rest off of Suicune. That could be pretty big. We'll see. Eating a Toxic for its troubles is Blissey. Now, XRN pulling Skarmory out here going to Swampert as Jhonx clicks Ice Beam. But now Blissey's going to get out of the way, and in comes Suicune. And the funny dog is going to do the funny thing and dodge the funny Hydro from the a bit less funny Swampert. Swampert content to just kind of stay in an Earthquake here. Maybe trying to force a rest. We'll see. And this time, Celebi's going to come in, and oof, it gets smacked by a Crit Surf. Yikes. Suicune switching out, probably to respect a Grass move, but Claydol is coming in instead. Oh, that is not a Grass switch in, and it's going to wow, big rolls. Claydol's going to go down here, and that's not good because now XRN. I mean, XRN's got 3 layers of spikes up, and the spinner is now gone, completely removed from the picture. Salamence comes in, but Swampert's going to check that. Now Jirachi's in. Respecting HP Grass, and nope, Jirachi's going to go for Wish here. Wish Fire Punch. Maybe it's a physical defensive Rachi? Maybe like Toxic Blast or something? And then Bliss is going to come in, get the Wish. So now Bliss is back to full health. But yeah, here we are with this song and dance again. Blissey, not exactly the best answer to Scarm, but Jhonx is opting just to seismic toss this thing down, try to break through it. And here comes a protect. The Toxic did miss, so Blissey is not really taking any chip right now. Maybe we'll see a roar, or nope, just a switch to Tyranitar. Now this might be a real dangerous threat here, because this Blissey doesn't have a status move. So this, if it chooses to DD, I mean, T-Tar now can probably make some big work here, and Salamence tries to check it with Intimidate, get rid of the attack raise, but Suicune's got to eat that, even just neutral, and it's going to die to a mixture of Spikes, Sand, and Rock Slide. Ooh, Jhonx with the, I don't know, a bit of an overpredict there, going for Rock Slide. And it's going to cost him. He's going to lose the T-Tar, and Salamence is going to be forced to come in here. That being said, it can live with the Rock Slide now with the Intimidate drop, but both players deciding that they don't even want to risk it, or maybe predicting a switch here from Jhonx, try to get a little momentum back, but Swampert is going to come in for XRN here, and Swampert, well, this looks to be like a defensive pert, and Blissey is faster, so I don't know. I don't think Swampert's going to really get the job here, get the job done here. And, oh, the speed tie, interesting. But maybe trying to force another softball to bring something else in, and yep, there it is. Here comes Charizard in on Blissey, ready to threaten another beat up. Let's see Jhonx plays around it. Nope, here comes beat up. All right. Okay. Oh my. Whoa! Double crit with the last 2 hits. Wow, Blissey. Charizard and friends just beating the crap out of Blissey there. Wow, from full. And in comes Swampert, and I mean, Swampert, I think, just wins at this point because Salamence needs. Swampert is like 100% health. I mean, it can tank some HP flies, and Jirachi doesn't want to be eating repeated earthquakes here, which it now seems to be. But Swampert's going to get poisoned for its troubles here, which could I mean, that could be big. We'll see. Game's not over. But kind of just going through the motion now. Fire Punch from Jirachi. Earthquake. I wonder if Wish would be a little better there, because that gives Salamence another opportunity to probably flinch if this is, defensive pert, and this is like a bulkier Salamence like most are nowadays. And yeah, there's a Ice Beam that does not KO, falls quite short. But Swampert's going to have to take another big hit. We're going to flinch. Nope. Wow. Very dominant performance from XRN this game. A lot different than the last one. The last one was pretty close. This one was pretty cut and dry. But that's only game 2, so now we're tied 1-1. We're going to have to go to a third game. All right. Here we go. Third game. XRN on the bottom. Jhonx still on the top. Let's get it. Zapdos and Snorlax lead. Oh, interesting. You don't see Snorlax leads all that often. But XRN immediately just going to hard double the Skarmory and set up a layer of spikes as Jhonx opts to go to a Jirachi. And there's Fire Punch again. Doing a sizable chunk. And then Roar from XRN, bring back the Snorlax, which is not gaining leftovers of note. And it's going to eat a Focus Punch. All right, get out of the way. Back to Jirachi. And a third layer of spikes from XRN. I wonder if Jhonx has a spinner in the back. XRN opting to double to T-Tar here. Jirachi going for a Fire Punch, fishing for a little Fire Punch burn maybe. But, T-Tar's going to drop an Earthquake as Jirachi Calm Minds up. And there is a hidden Power of Grass, which is going to do about 50% to T-Tar, but Jirachi's going to have to go down in the process, and in comes Suicune. All right, T-Tar is going to get out of the way, and Jhonx is fully aware that T-Tar does not want to stand. Goes for the Ice Beam and snipes Zapdos on the way and doing a pretty hefty chunk. But, I mean, this is not looking good for the Snorlax here. I mean, it's taking 25% from the spikes, and there's sand, and it's not getting lefties, and there's hidden power fighting Zapdos. Yep, all right. Well, 1% Snorlax is still Snorlax, and it gets the boom off, takes out the Zapdos, and so left in the 5-4 situation, but XRN even more favored in this because he's got the spikes. And we got a Roar, and Suicune getting kind of low, only at 51% right now. And Ballisti's going to come in, and that did a very underwhelming 20% Hydro Pump. So maybe we're looking at some sort of offensive Coon, but even still, it's going to need a few boosts. Metagross going to come in here, also not gaining leftovers. Mash doing a lot because Metagross is quite strong, but Jirachi is fast and has Fire Punch. So, yeah, excuse me. That's not going to matter. And now T-Tar is going to have to switch in, eat a Hidden Power Grass. But now we have Salak Tyranitar. So, +1 attack, +2 speed. This T-Tar looking like a menace. And uh-oh, here comes the Buzzkill. It's Swampert. And Swampert's going to get the Surf off, and, well, that's just Swampert for you. And, oh, it is gaining leftovers, so we just have a Surf Pert. It's not like an End Pert or anything like that. And that Hidden Power did absolutely nothing. This is very clearly an off-Coon. It does not have Rest. So, I mean, this Seismic Toss will take it out. And here comes the last Mon Arrow. And, well, the old saying is if there's an arrow, there's a way. But there are also 2 Rock Resists and a Skarmory for XRN. And so I think between the 3 of those, it should be game, set, and match here. Bliss is going to get sacked to bring in Jirachi. And Rock Slide. And there it is. Psychic. And that's going to be the series. XRN with a early 2-1 lead. I mean, the postings went up today, so they really wasting no time here. All right. Congratulations to both these players again for making the playoffs. That was a good series. That was a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully we'll get some more action here in the coming days, but the week just started, and so anything's still possible. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.